back, everybody. So today we're going to have the third tasting of my fifth homebrew in 2023. This is the beginning of 2024, so I need to get these reviews done, wrapped up, start bottling more. Batch 5 is a coffee porter is what I call it. So this is a small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. I used 2 pounds 4 ounces of Pilsner malt, 3.2 ounces of caramel 40L, crystal 40. Yeah, why does that say caramel malt 40L? Isn't it crystal 40? Maybe Beersmith doesn't call it out. I don't know why I just now realizing that. Then 3.2 ounces of chocolate rye. In this one, Northern Brewer, 0.15 ounces at 60 minutes, then 0.1 ounce at the end of the boil. For this one, US05 yeast was used. So this one did under attenuate. The final ABV of this one, if I could get to the page, 3.49%. Now this one, and you're going to have to go back and watch the first video, because I believe at Flame Out, I put 8 ounces of French coffee and 8 ounces of Sumatra, both from Starbucks. So I had K-Cups, brewed 8 ounces, poured it in there, brewed 8 ounces, poured it in there at the end of the boil. I wish this would have attenuated more, but we'll be back visiting these. But let's go ahead and get this open and see how it's doing. Wow. Okay. Big hiss. I'm guessing this is going over. Yep. Okay. Let's get it in here. Big carbonation tablet was used. I do not like using them, and I'm sure if you follow my channel you're sick of me saying that, but I'm going to say it until everybody watches it and stops using them. I don't understand why they're made. Let's use the small pearls. You're better off. Or make your own. If you want to make your own simple syrup, go for it. Just buy the pearls. It's easier. So obviously we are overcarbed just a little. It looks like it's still growing, but I think it's just the bubbles on the side popping. Light caramel colored head. Now, this review is directly out of the fridge. I did not let this warm up 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Directly out of the fridge. It's still growing. Huh. From that pour, we'll go 3 fingers of head. Color, dark brown, amber. Nice, colorful amber in color. My phone. There you go. Amber. And could that be from 16 ounces of coffee? Sure. What was it? The chocolate rye was 245 SRM, so not dark, not that 500. So it could have used a little bit. This head keeps growing. I was hopefully gonna see this thing go down, but coffee, bitter coffee. I don't know why it's such a thick of a head. Yeah, I'm not saying that stuff is that good, but I don't have time to wait for this thing. We're not gonna be able to smell. So let's just taste since I've already gulped off the top of this thing and just see what we get. Like, I'm getting intense bitterness from this. The Northern Brew is 11.4. So I'm not sure. I don't think it said, but like, I'm getting a lot of bitterness. Let's go ahead and taste. Yeah, bitter coffee. Whoops. I'm guessing it's all over my mustache because it just went all over everywhere. Um, Holy cow. It's bitter. 4-month old porter? That bitter? Is it from the coffee? I mean, I don't think I've had a coffee beer that's that bitter. I'm getting some. It's kind of overwhelming. It has to be the coffee. I mean, trying to think if I've had any like coffee craft beers. Um, Porters, not stouts, that I've let aged a while because, huh, it's kind of a lot like that. What is it? Weyerbacher's Sunday Morning Stout. That's a coffee beer. KBS is kind of a coffee beer. And I've had 2, 3, 4, 5 years old of those, but those are poor or stouts. I get a touch of caramel, like sweeter caramel, but a lot of coffee bitterness. Not so much like I'm getting the roasted and like, oh, that's coffee, but not like, oh, that's a French roast coffee. Like it seems like the bitterness is kind of taking over, but I can tell it's coffee. Like it wants to be sweet, but it's cold. Cold sweetness, cold coffee sweetness. Um, I'm also getting a little bit of chocolate, and I don't have any notes, so I'm not looking, or my brain isn't going. I said chocolate last time, huh? It it seems. I think it's because it's overcarb. It seems too light for the tastes that I'm getting. Like they are kind of bold and bitter, but again, it doesn't. It's not like French roast coffee. It's just like, yes, that's coffee because of the bitterness. Huh. I'm trying to see if I can incorporate the head back in there. Yeah, I think it's probably because it's overcarbed. Let's see if I can get a smell. Now that smells like a lighter coffee. I've smelt that coffee in other craft beers, like a lighter roasted coffee, kind of watered down. Um, a little, I want to say roasted honey. Like I don't usually it goes to like honey, what caramel, not honey. Roasted caramel. Um, like if you heat up caramels, I'm not talking about burnt because it's a porter. There's no burnt smells in there or taste in there. But just like when you're heating up the caramel, and some of the fumes, that's kind of what I'm getting. Then the coffee. Does that make sense? Like melting caramel, watered down coffee. That's what we're going with. That's what we're sticking with. I think it kind of goes over into the taste. Like light caramel, maybe a touch of chocolate from that chocolate rye in there, roasted, watered down bitterness, but that's coffee in there. That's what I'm going with. We've been waiting too long on this. But yeah, it's okay. Would I make this again? No. Like, let's get a lot more coffee in there. Let's really push that coffee espresso flavor and see what we can do with a porter, is what I say. But that's just me. If you made a coffee porter, let me know how yours turned out below. If you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Until next time, cheers.